You know, roses in a vase are beautiful, but a lot of times, Paul, they only last for a couple of days.
Yeah.
And then they die.
Right. We have some alternatives this morning, like a living bush or a container garden. Susan Fox is a gardening expert from Hometalk, a website project ideas and tips, and she's also the founder of Gaga's Gardening. It's nice to see you. Good morning. Welcome, Susan.
Good to see you. Thanks for being here.
So every year I buy my mom a rose bush because she likes roses, and you're saying I'm on the right path here, huh?
You're definitely on the right path. Moms love to get a rose bush. They prefer to have a rose bush because, you know, you can go out, you can plant it in the yard, and instead of it dying, that's what I hear.
It's a gift that keeps giving.
So why do you have to get her a new one every year then? Does she kill off the one you bought last year?
Yeah, well, they're like $5. It's really the easiest I could handle. All right, so we're going to do a little something. You said get kids involved, too, right? It's Mother's Day, not...
Exactly. And kids love to pick out something special. So here, for the container garden, and you know what? One thing for sure, if you've got kids, they love to go out. They love let them get involved and create a memory. So here, little girls, I'm just saying a lot of them love pink, so that's why I selected. When we went with several little girls, they said, I like pink, so we picked a fuchsia geranium and some pink dahlias. So I went ahead and put these in here. So we're going to roll up your sleeves here, okay, Pat and Paul. So I selected a container plant that has a watering. So if you're going to go away, you want to be sure a couple days, you don't want to come back and your plants are wilted.
Yeah, that stinks.
So this is a container that has some watering, and you want to have some good soil.
All right, so you want us to put some of this in there?
Okay, grab some of those.
Now that's a peony. Is that a peony?
No, it's not a peony.
Come on.
Crocus?
It's a petunia.
A petunia.
Okay. Also, so grab these. Don't be afraid about the roots. Just here, grab this right here.
By the roots?
Yeah, grab them by the roots and just stuff them in there.
Oh,
okay.
Lord.
Grab them there.
I'm losing one.
That's all right. The colored side up, right?
Okay. No. And you know what? One time I had a bare root rose, and I was teaching someone how to plant it, and they planted it upside down. So anyway, you don't want to do that. Okay,
this is a Dusty Miller, right?
That's a Dusty Miller. Well, you know your garden.
Yeah, let me just show that one off.
Silver.
Dusty Miller right here.
Another tip with silvers and whites, if you want your garden to pop at night, be sure and put whites and silver around the outside perimeter.
Ah, that's a great, I hadn't thought about that.
All right, and look at this. A lot of people
How am I doing?
Look at the job he's doing. Can we get a close-up?
You know what? You're doing terrible. Okay.
Look at that.
You want to separate these. Put your whites in between. Okay.
She didn't mince words there.
No, yeah, she has, which is good. By the time someone's honest with you around here.
And you want a good soil. So that's why I chose these Job Organics, and we're going to finish off with a good fertilizer.
Now, how can soil be organic?
Well, because you want a good composition of organic matter.
Hot shot.
Because if you want your plants to have a good start, you want to have your plants to be fed from the soil. That's where your plants get the food.
Okay.
All
right.
Okay. So look at this. You've got to mix your colors here.
Mix your colors. Pat's never.
You know what? He's kind of doing this rote. Okay.
So let's get on to.
Okay. All right.
We'll imagine that got finished.
Yep.
Because really on TV it looks.
It looks fabulous. You can tell the difference.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
And then you have one that hangs.
Perfect. Now this is a hanging.
And you want to always have great tools. Wait a minute. We're going to have a gardening tip here.
Yep. Okay, gardening tip.
Come back here, guys. All right. A lot of people, when they want to take off and deadhead their plants, they just pull the heads of your petunias.
Right.
You want to remove your petunias right here.
They'll squeeze and pinch.
You'll have more flowers. Okay. All right.
So make sure you do that.
Okay. And then we talked about a living rose bush.
All right.
This is.
You know, one of the big complaints, like you said, is that your flowers are constantly. People don't want them to die.
Yeah.
So you want to plant your rose bushes, and here we planted. If you want your plants also, if you have a container garden and you buy it, many times you don't get plants that are all in the sun. So all of these are sun plants.
All right.
And if you want more ideas, be sure.
There we go.
All right.
Hometalk.com.
Hometalk.com.
Also on Twitter at Gaga's Garden and on Facebook as well. Susan Fox, you've been so much fun. Thank you.